walking on sand and holding your hand. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland, in my own homeland. Enjoying the bright, the warm sunlight. Oh my God, what a beautiful sight in my own homeland. This place is so nice, wanna do everything twice. Yes, I feel as if I'm in a paradise. No matter the season, you've got every reason. This place is another little heaven. East or west, I couldn't care less. Ooh, this place, it is definitely blessed. My own homeland. North or south, feel free to wander about. You can jump, dance, or sing and shout in my own homeland. Give yourself a treat.
Greetings, kings and queens. Welcome to another Real Stuff podcast. Today is Wednesday, and when it's Wednesday, we are featured guests or Caribbean music legend. But today, our featured guest is none other than Miss Beverly Marin, and she's all the way in Belize. Yeah, we're going to Belize this morning, and we're going to hear what Beverly have to say this morning. Also, I want to give some shout out to a friend of mine this morning who is in a happy mood. Yes, he's in a happy mood. And later on, I'm going to give you a more hint on it. So I want him to come closer. And also, birthday greetings going out to the one and only Empress Max Juanette this morning, who celebrated her birthday. Max, call me, tell me, how old are you this morning? And in the meantime, I'm going to bring in my crew. So stick and stay, don't go nowhere unless you got to get your tea, your coffee, or what beverage you have this time of the morning. I'll be right back.
And the music now I can ever refuse it. Pulsating, vibrating, reggae, reggae, reggae. Very sky, rock, a steady mental, a quadrillion, coming up. You can fill your belly with the coconut jelly, mango, papa, cane and guinea. There's ackee and a saltfish and a roast yam and banana, curry and goat and a man is.
Man, oh man, all of them food they mention get me hungry this time of the morning. So let me ask my crew, top of the morning, Courtney, Flavius, top of the morning. Top of the morning, Beverly. Welcome. Let me unmute you again. All right. So top of the morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. What you doing? Welcome.
How is everybody doing?
Well, I am in good health. I don't know about the rest of bodies, but I'm in good health. How you doing,
Amen.
Courtney?
And we woke up this morning, so we are blessed.
Yes. So top of the morning, Courtney.
Top of the morning, Franco. Top of the morning, Beverly. Top of the morning, Flavor. Top of the morning to the crew.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, and to our listeners and viewers also.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to get straight into it. But Beverly, before I start with you, I'm going to ask my crew a few questions, and then I come back to you. Okay?
No problem.
So stick and stay. Don't go nowhere.
All right, I'll be right here.
So Courtney, what's happening in your neck of the woods, man?
Oh, in my neck of the woods, yes. It's just 44 degrees and sunny, cold and chilly, low. I'm inside. I'm just keeping myself warm.
Yes.
Just hoping to have an enjoyable day with Beverly today.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, so back to you, Franco. That's it from me for the time being.
All right. As I said earlier, birthday greetings going out to Max Juanette. And Max Juanette is also a co-host of the show. So, Max, give me a call. Let me know how old are you today, because me think you're still up on the calendar, So call me and let me know if you drop off of the calendar. All right. Flavius, if you can hear me, I know I see you in a still motion. What's happening in your neck of the woods, sir? Let me ask him to unmute his mic. What's happening in your neck of the woods? All right. I'm not hearing from Flavius. He's in slow motion. I can see that from the way he's moving. I would suggest you take off your video today, you know, sir. And just keep on your audio. So, Beverly, since let me bring you in. I'm gonna bring you in with a music that I love. I've been playing it for the last couple of weeks, and you know I'm pumping up the morning. All right, I'm pumping it up.
Okay.
I met a boy the other day, got the sweetest loving ever come my way. Do anything I say when he loves me this way. The only thing I say is, oh mama, mama, keep on loving me, Sababoya. Oh mama, mama, keep on loving me, Sababoya. You got bagwire in it, so wonderful. You got bagwire in it, so wonderful. Bagwire, so wonderful. All I can say is, oh mama, mama.
Okay, let me tell you who Beverly is. Beverly, she's an environmental and community activist, a gardener, a plant lover. So this morning we're gonna bring in Beverly Marin. And she's going to tell us more about herself and all the activities that she has going on. She's also a published poet. So, the Real Stuff Podcast, welcome this morning, Beverly. So, Beverly, welcome to the Real Stuff Podcast. Welcome.
Hi, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having me. Thanks, everybody. Welcome.
Yeah, morning.
Morning.
All right, I just give a synopsis of who Beverly is, but in details, I know you can go further who Beverly is. So tell us some more. Who's Beverly?
Yeah. Well, I'm Beverly Marin of Belize, Central America. I'm a retired public officer from the government of Belize for 35 years. I am, like I said, an environmentalist. I'm a gardener. I'm a traveler. Love music and love meeting new people. So hence I'm on the show.
All right. Thank you. We are new people. Definitely, we are on the other side of the waters from the Caribbean. So we are new people.
Mm-hmm.
There was something after the year we were talking earlier, and as I said, I misunderstood when but I said let me ask you, and I'm going to ask you on the year. Tell me about the 40. I thought it was 40 days. You decide, because I know poets like to make up stuff, I thought you decided to say you're going to make 40 days be a month for you. Business what nobody want to say about the 30 or 31 or 28 if it's a leap year. You just go and put in 40. So tell me about the 40 part, because I might have read it wrong.
It's interesting that you cite that way, guys, of course, because I know what I did. It's 41 month segments.
Okay.
A segment that we did live with poetry and songs with the people of Danriga.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did, we live stream most of it.
Oh, really?
So yeah, they are on my Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I learned how easy it was to live stream, I'm like, that is all it just first. I'm like, no, it can't have to be. They said, no, just live stream. I'm like, what?
I see.
So it was an experiment for us because there's nothing to do, not much entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it started out. I got the artists together, I got an audience together, we performed.
Okay. And you had a lot of young people as well?
Yes, because we were at the library, we have this American group coming in every year for a summer program.
Mm-hmm.
So we even had them one spell performing with us.
Okay. That's good. So you had skitting it as well. You had some skits and you have some music.
Mm-hmm.
So you put all of this together, or you had
Yes, I did.
Yeah. And how long was each segment, each segment or episode? How
It,
long?
it was about an hour to an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, because we didn't really have a structured format. So when somebody say I want to perform, come on.
Okay. So you get a lot of
For some-
people. You had a lot
For
of
some people, it
people.
was the first time performing in front of an audience.
Yeah. Wow. So you basically had a talent show then.
Yes, we did.
And you were able to
And
do
we
it.
had people from all over the country coming in.
And you were able to do it in the comfort of your home as well.
Well, in the library, because it was 2 years ago before I retired. It was at the library in Danriga, the local library.
Oh, you utilize the library. That's good. That's good.
Yes.
That's
I was a librarian there at the time.
I
And
see
then
why,
the library, so
man.
it was good to have people coming into the library, learn more about our books and what was going on with the library service while they perform.
I was just about to ask you, oh, you get such an opportunity to use the library, but you just tell me why.
I was the one in charge.
Yes, you just tell me why, man. So
So it was different.
I'm glad. And what is the youngest age group you had?
We had a 6-year-old doing a poem with an apple on his head, and at the end of the poem, he bit into the apple, and he was so excited.
I was looking for the William Tell moment. Somebody shoot.
I know, right?
Yeah.
When I saw the apple, I'm like, what is he doing?
Somebody shoot an arrow through it. Well, that's good. That's good.
His mom would have been very excited about that.
And the oldest person you get to would have been what age?
He was 87. He shared an old
Get out of here.
ancestors.
87? And what did he really do?
He shared a poem to the ancestors.
Oh, good. Brilliant, man. Brilliant.
I sent him a clip the other day because Facebook give you memories. So I sent him a clip of it the other day. I'm like, would you be willing to share it on the real podcast? He's like, oh, no, that was my first and last performance in front of an audience.
All right. I know, man. Well, the pandemic bring out a lot of things out of people, you know.
Exactly true. That is so true. Because
Go ahead. Go ahead. It's your moment.
we also, I am also part of a 501 spoken word group in Belize City, poetry, and they're the one who published the book last year.
Okay.
So that group used to meet every month for the last 8 years, well, before COVID, of course. And they also did the entertainment segment, but they didn't live stream. So I'm like, you guys are losing an opportunity to go to the world. You need to live stream.
Yeah, true.
So me being who I am, I live stream a couple of their events. So that was good in Belize City.
I'm glad for you, man. I'm glad for you. Utilize up the service once you can get it.
Yep, true.
Because, when I was a kid growing up, I remember our local library used to open like every Wednesday. And we would go and pick up books. And it was one of the saddest place to be. When I say sad in the sense, there was no activities and the books them weren't as exciting. And I am not a fan of Hardy Boys and Agatha Christie and all those sleuth magazines. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of those things. I like books that tell me something about the world. Yeah.
True.
But one of the things that I remember they did a book drive to get new books, and they did a book drive. And they bring out the marching band. Because, when you have a marching band, kids run out of them yard. Everybody wants to say, and the band lead them straight into the center with the library. So,
that's why I started the activity, guys. There was nothing happening, People come in, take a book. I'm like, we need some excitement around here. I even had a steel band at one of the events for an anniversary.
Okay. And it
we
brings
had
out crowd.
Band and everything.
And it brings out the crowd, right?
Yep, it sure did.
Yeah, man.
And then I had a reggae band one at one point. So I also gave away snacks, and we had gifts to give. So people were like, I'm like, come on over, win a gift, get some snacks.
I want to ask you, did you get any local sponsors?
Yes, I got a couple local sponsors. I did.
So you still have them on board in case a matter of fact, let me ask, are you still doing it?
No, I am not, because I'm no longer in that. I'm Belize City now.
Oh, you're in Belize. You're in the city. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
you should take it wherever you go, man. You should carry it with you.
I know, but because I'm a traveler, I need to get somebody else to hold over when I'm away. Because sometimes I leave the country. Like I was in Jamaica for a Christmas, I think 2 or 3 years ago. So when I leave and I was from Jamaica, I put the show together so they could go ahead and do it. So they were like, when I said no, I'm not there. I can't do it.
Okay.
So my responsibility. And they're like, you did all this. I'm like, yes, I did. You have to call the artists, get the audience, get the guys together and do the show. So we have to be MC.
Yes.
So I was a one-man show doing all that.
That's great, man. But I mean, technology had that advanced in so much that we travel now. If you have the right system and the right internet connection, you can do it just wherever you are, you know.
True, that is true.
Yeah. So,
but some people don't have the facility to perform with technology. So it was good for them face to face when we did it.
No, well, I'm talking about you, that you take the show with you wherever you go, so you can do it from the comfort.
I am thinking about when COVID started last year, we did a couple of shows with the Portugal in Belize City. But again, some of the technology that they have can't facilitate everybody to be a part. So they're asking for FaceTime. I'm like, FaceTime right now isn't good, so
yeah.
Until we can get our technology working together, then we can go ahead and do our shows again.
Yeah, because something like this should never die.
I was because I have artists in New York. One of the guys right now is performing in Paris. So I told him about the real stuff, and they're like, "Sure, we want to be on." So I'll get the names to him and the contacts so we could get something going.
Yeah, good.
One of my local artists was saying to me, she does some poems in Spanish and English. And of course, you have the one doing it in Garifuna also. So just a matter of getting organized and submitting the names to you guys.
Okay, I see. Well, continue with it, and I know because it's poetry, and poetry to me, as I always tell the poets when they come here, they are the new voices, you know.
That is true.
And they're right now, they are the one with the hammer. You know, they are the one with the fire, you know, for blaze it out to the people, like wake up people so, you know, they can, you know, be living again. Now, let me move on to another thing that is dear to you, the environment. Right?
Yeah.
And I said dear to you because once you start clean up beaches, and you know, to me, you become an environmentalist because this is the place that we have to live on, the planet we have to live on. And I know there's a noted newscaster right here in my state, in my city, and these are some of the things that he's passionate about, and he talks about it all the while, especially with the boaters who, when they go on the beach, they leave their plastic bottles and, you know, all type of plastic, and it affect even the fishes and the manatees especially, you know, some of these we call it species that they said are distinctive and they're dying out faster than, you know, we can imagine. So tell me about your project that you do.
Well, what we do, we get the youth together and we try to clean the beaches at least every 2-3 months. Because, you know, of course, we need sponsors because, like I said, these projects, they all have a financial impact. So doing it once or twice is okay, but you need to get gloves, you need the equipment to clean the beach. You need snacks.
Yes.
You need transportation.
True.
So it's an ongoing project, and after a while, the sponsors will like, well, what is it for us? So what I did with my open mic event, I would acknowledge the sponsors and I give them a thank you letter at the end. So after every event, I text you and say thank you for what you did for us. I did a report and I posted it on Facebook so they could say, okay, these are my sponsors and these are my artists and this is what they did.
Oh, that's good. And will you get a big turnout whenever you're doing this project?
Repeat that?
Do you get a big turnout from
yes.
the locals?
Once, well, we had 50 kids the last time.
Yes.
So I'm like, we need to go along different beaches because if 50 of us on one beach, it gets kind of crowded. And then because it's youths, you have to supervise them. Because next thing you know, they're off playing, they're off swimming. I'm like, no, we're here to clean the beach, not to have enjoyment. Because that's understand.
I was just about to ask you that. Some of them came for the beach. They don't really come for clean up. They just come for the beach.
One person told me she came take a picture. I'm like, no, you came to work.
Yeah, you work, then you play after. That's good.
Yeah, true.
You're also a plant lover.
Yes, I am.
And I don't think you're the first Belizean that comes on this program that talks about plants a lot. I know Belizean look like them love plants.
Yep. Almost everybody will have their own garden in their backyard. And what I've been learning recently is how the medicinal benefits of our plants that we have that we don't even know how good they are.
Yeah, that's true. I know about a lot of plants during COVID. And some especially, true. I never know, honestly, I'm not naive, but I never know that the mango leaf could have make tea.
Wow.
Nope.
I didn't know that one.
I heard about, you see, I'm not the only one then. Whoa. I can dance. Yeah, so, yeah.
The soursop leaves also.
Said, yeah?
The soursop leaves.
That I know about long time ago. Because my mom used to give us that tea, back in the days when we were kids. But I never know about the mango.
Do you know the time also is used for the tea?
Yes, that I know about the thyme too, because as I said, like the thyme and the soursop and that red thing off of the peanut.
Yeah.
I know about those because my mom used to say that those 3 teas, they're good for your nerves. So
true.
Yes, she always make sure we have good nerves tea, so I know about those 3. But when I hear about the mango, I was blown away because I was like, I one time a guy told me that. Yeah, a guy told me one time, say even the ackee leaf is good. I said, because
you might need some evidence of that one.
Exactly. I said, no, I won't touch that one. But in truth, there is so much things that when it comes to the plant, because now people are going into the plant-based food. And that is something this morning I was in my shower and it just flashed into my mind, and the reason why, because the new mayor of New York, right? He's a black man now. He's going to be a black man. They're going to have another black mayor for a long while. And he's a plant-based. He's into his plant-based food because he was diagnosed with diabetes type 2 and he was losing his vision. And from what the doctor was telling him said, no, him don't want them things in his body. So he decided to go plant-based, and he's been living a healthy life. Him don't have to take, he's not diabetic no more because he have lost weight and a whole lot of stuff, So the plant thing is something that I think there's a Bob Marley song that say man has lost their faith, eating up all the flesh from off of the earth, And I look into that and say, yeah. So the plant, it was made for us. It was given to us by God. And
it's feet right there for us just to utilize.
So I think we should try it. Well, I want to try it. Because I'm not a meat person. I'm a fish person. But I don't think it's going to stop me from eating fish. But I want to go deep into it.
No, fish is one of the healthier meat we can eat.
Huh?
Fish is one of the healthier meat we can eat.
Yes. And that's why we call it Jesus was among fishermen.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I know some Rasta men love use it, so I kind of throw it in this morning like that.
Okay, true.
Tell me now, Beverly, because the things that you're doing, it seems like you find it passionate for you. It helping you to live a healthier lifestyle based on the fact that these are things that you're passionate about. So, tell me more in detail so that others who are listening and viewing can realize that there's things that they can do that we might take for granted, or some people say, I don't even want to do it, that you are doing, and it's helping you and helping others.
Yeah, true. With the beach cleanup, we are trying to also because the beach, we have a bit erosion problem in Belize.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then it affects our water sources. So what we need to do, what we are working on, is getting a grant to clean up the beaches and to protect our water sources.
Okay.
So we have a group in Belize called the Southern Watershed Environmental Group, of which Ms. Tyson Isigiri is our coordinator, and she's been doing this for years.
Okay.
So the last time they did some water testing and the results wasn't too favorable. But we need to do this more often because the water leads into the water system in Dangriga is from the river. So it passes through the district, and sometimes you have people throwing their stuff into the river, and then it floats downstream to people who are drinking the water. So it's, yeah, not a good situation. What we are working on is getting that, how we can fix that.
Okay. And you also have I know that from what I'm looking at yesterday, you also had planned an exhibition on forest gardening.
Yes, we did.
Tell me about that. Now, tell me more about that.
That was featured from, there's a Maya monument in Cayo, which is still being it's a work in progress, El Pilar. So they did the exhibition and they did it countrywide, where they bring the plants and tell you about the medicinal benefits of the plants, how easy it is to grow the plants. Because some people think that gardening is a hard thing. You put a tree in the ground, you water it and it grows. I was telling somebody the other day, the amount of food we throw away when we throw away the seeds from the watermelon, the muskmelon, the cantaloupe, the sweet pepper every day.
True.
Those are trees we are throwing away. So if I throw it away, it hurts me because I'm like, these are plants we could pass on to people. But then you have to also have the resources. Because I used to give my kids at the summer program in the library a tree for every summer. We plant the seed and we water it. So then after 2 weeks, they can see how big it is. Yes. Right. So plants from my yard and take it to them, the little cuttings. And they're like, this is my own tree. I'm like, yes. We had a guy, John Aranda in Dagriga. He's a farmer. So he brought the plants and showed the kids, these are plants you can take home for yourselves. And they were so excited that they took home a whole tree. So, it's just different things you can do when you put the time into it.
Yeah, that's true. Let me ask Courtney if you have any questions for you. Courtney?
Yes, Franco.
Have any questions?
Yeah, yes, Beverly. I see that you're so passionate about the environment and also passionate about your poetry. Tell me something.
Yes.
Do you have any poems that you have written about the environment?
No, I'm working on one right now. I started one. Yes, okay. I have 5 works in progress right now that I started. That I'm working on right now.
Yeah. So how about your gardening and do you have any poems written about it?
I have 2, but I don't have them here with me right now. As I was telling some poets, some poets, they memorize their poems. I don't. I read the poems, so it's a difference.
Yeah, because I'm really interested in hearing some of your poetry,
Okay.
So what do you have for us right now?
Right now I have one. This one I know you will understand. It's about the bus. We have a bus here called James Bus.
Okay.
And I used to come from Belize to Dagriga to come to perform. So every Monday morning I have to go back on the bus. So it's called James 5:15 AM ride. So you have the word James must spell out, and then each letter goes to a sentence. So J, jam the people to the back of the bus. Old man, pregnant lady or crippled child. Yeah, all the way down, move faster, fit tighter. We're in a rush, we have to leave now. Monday, James 5:15 a.m. bus can be quite a ride or stand, depending on where you get on. Either you get on it and be silent, or wait and get to work or school late. It is your choice. It's squeeze them together. Lady purse in your hand. Man penis on your back. Box on your toe. Foul on your shoulder. When are we leaving? B, bus ram jam. And still the driver is picking up people. Where will they fit? On the roof? You utilize every speck of space. Push them back some more. Move, please. Adelante. S, sense flowing all around. Sweet, not so sweet. Coffee, ruin, the good thing. R, riders need to get to work and school on time, and there is no second bus. So get on and be quiet. I, imagine getting to your office wrinkled, bruised, with a not so fresh urine scent on your clothes. You have to work just like that. D, do not complain that you have to stand. You're on the best bus in the South, James Bus Line. E, ecumenical young lady, excited, eager to go to school, but you have to stand all the way from Belmopan to Dangriga. Okay? Do you want to come on? Can someone please fix this bus situation? As a large police officer with the gun in his pants waist almost fell on me as the bus bunks over the bump. Help. James, the best bus line in the South.
Well, this one is a bombshell.
You remind me of Jolly Joseph bus days.
That's what I'm thinking also, Franco.
I rode a bus in Jamaica once, well, from Montego Bay to, what's the other town? Montego, it was a 3-hour bus ride.
We were heading back to Kingston area.
Yes, Kingston. And I was amazed that you guys utilized the aisle with a seat. So there was no space in the bus.
Yeah.
So I was sitting next to the driver. And I'm like, you're going too fast. Look, and he was just on the edge of the road. I'm like, no. This supposed to be a joke. This can't be real. And the speed he was moving at, some people were complaining at the back. The bus, he stopped. He said, who want to get off? 2 persons got off. He said, anybody else? Let's go.
I guess that's when they appreciate James Boss, huh?
Exactly. That is so true.
But just like James, we have a thing in Jamaica they call shuffle up. So you have to shuffle up. So even when they put the extra seat, they put 2 people on that seat, So you have to shuffle up in the corner.
Wow.
That is the reality of the tropics.
True.
Yeah, man, that's the bus service. Well, I know things going to change. Maybe in the future to come, things will change. If technology had changed, the transportation should change and it's going to change. I'm a strong believer that it's going to change, honestly.
I don't know because
we're not getting Flavius good this morning.
No,
but tell me about the youth mentor program that you have.
He's still trying to come in.
Yeah, I'm still trying to come in. Yeah, tell me about the youth mentor program that you have.
Yeah. We have youths hooked up with elders in the community. We will spend time with them and share, their activities together.
Like 10 and 15 people.
Flavius, Levius.
One little car. So I don't know what you're talking about change. And then not.
Go ahead now, Beverly.
Yeah. We have the youth hooked up with the elders, and they can, because some of the youth, they're out there. Some of them are bored and they get into mischief. But if you sit down with an elder and hear about her life or his life and what they did together. And we also, there was an elder who taught a young lady how to knit. And she was like, how do you do that? So she's like, time and patience. Because you can't do it in a rush. You have to slow down, focus, and give it your full attention. Otherwise, the stitches don't come together the way they're supposed to.
Okay. So with this we call it now plan exhibit. You mentioned it about earlier, and I want to know a little bit more about it. And the reason being is you mentioned about you don't throw away seeds like your pepper seeds and your melon seeds and all of those things. There was a women's conference from the Garifuna sometime last year. I can't remember the young lady name, but I remember it as the program go along. Maybe I research it. But she had mentioned something that it was encouraged that all Belizeans should set up a garden, like a 10 by 10 space as much as you can.
Community garden.
Yeah, a community garden.
And some people have done it in different areas. Because Belize is divided. Jamaica has parishes, Belize have districts.
Okay.
And districts have villages. So in some villages, some people do have it. But then some people like way down south wouldn't know what people up north are doing. So until somebody talk about it, then we'll say, oh, we are doing that here, where we all plant together, we all reap together, and have the benefit of the garden. But then, of course, you have to have somebody supervising to know what will be planted, the other will be planted, and to ensure who is watering it every day. And sometimes you have to even babysit it.
Yeah. Because it's funny when you say that, that planting is very easy. And I'm just thinking, but from planting comes farming.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know.
So
because one time in my yard, I grew some watermelons. I mean, they were huge.
Yes.
So my friend Pastor said, nice watermelons. So I'm like, he said from the street side. So I'm like, wow, they're really big. So I went and took my pictures and, we were talking. The next morning, I got up. They were gone.
What?
So I called him. I said, did I dream you were talking about He said, no, you had 3. I'm like, well, they're not here anymore. He said, you're kidding. I'm like, no, I'm serious. All 3 are gone.
They steal it.
They jumped my fence.
They were too big.
I guess somebody wanted it more than I did.
Yeah, they wanted more, yes. They were too big.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, and I'm surprised because sometimes, well, depending on the sun also, because we get most of the years are filled with beach sand. So you have to put a layer of black dirt on top.
Yeah.
But almost everything grew in my yard when I was in Manriga. So right now I have thyme, I have aloe vera where I'm in Belize City. I have basil, a papaya tree. I have 3 papaya trees that are getting a bit bigger.
I'm waiting for it.
So it's very good to plant the trees and it's also relaxing, a good stress relief.
Yeah.
To be dealing with the dirt.
There's another food plant that I know, food type that you guys love a lot. It seems like it's a part of the Belizean dish, planting.
Yes.
I was waiting for you to mention it.
But planting, you need a bigger yard for planting and bananas.
Yeah.
And you can do bright or green.
I know
That's
that.
the good plantings.
I know you guys love it a lot. I mean, it's a Caribbean thing, but to me, when I look at
rice and beans and salad and chicken has to have right planting with it, otherwise it's not or something enough.
Exactly. When I look at the Belizean pictures I get from out of Belize, I see like everybody seems like them have a planting tree, and I'm wondering, wait, Is this a Belizean
Planting
thing?
trees needs the yard. we had 4 planting trees in the library in that we were in front of the sea.
So I'm telling you.
And the guy came by and said, "Can I take them?" I'm like, "Sure," because, you know, so people, and then whenever the tree had fruit, somebody would come and harvest.
Yeah. It seemed like you were one of the few librarians who would utilize the library a lot.
Yeah, we did, because I also had people coming in and having meetings there. We had this group from Pan American Development Organization. They had a 2-year project looking into beach erosion and how they could improve the situation in Danriga. And I'm like, you can utilize the library because it'll bring people into the library and I could talk to them about books. They could get new members. So they did that for 2 years, where they went around to different areas and see how they could put clear some of the drains and how to stop the beach erosion. Dr. Minerva Alvarez from Kaya, she was instrumental in that. So I have to say hi to her for being a part of that project in Nigeria for 2 years.
True. Big ups going out to the doctor. I know Courtney is a lover of poetry, right? And there's a reason why he asked you about your poetry, because we were told that you are also a published poet.
Yeah.
Right? And that's one of the reasons why I'm asking about your poetry, because we run a poetry corner as well here.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
Yeah, we have a thing where
was that the one we did on last week Thursday?
No. We do it every Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Franco, she was on One Shot Poetry.
Last Thursday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, with Errol Bean and the rest of poets. I was.
Yeah. Yes, it's true. I was busy doing other things, so.
Yeah. I have to give you guys big props for the work you guys are doing.
Yes. Thanks.
Because when I had to do that video for the promo, I'm like, you have to 15 seconds, that's no time. Then I have to go real fast and it's too long. I'm like, ooh, you guys have a job going on, you have to edit and cut and paste pieces together.
Yeah. So to turn it into a video so that, people can look at it. It's like a video flyer. I call it the video flyer,
Yes.
Like that. But
I have a poem called Seeds I want to share with you guys.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Fling it down, man. Fling it down.
It's seeds. So you spell out the seeds. S, seeds of hope, life, and love. E, evolving equipment of sustenance. E, evidence that life continues on. D, dormant seeds still have life inside. Remember that. S, sweet harvest of hard labor fulfilled. Do you realize that if we plant all the seeds of all the fruits and vegetables that we eat, our world would have an abundance of food? Think about the amount of seeds in a watermelon, papaya, cantaloupe, tomato, cucumber, sweet pepper, or pomegranate. Do you recall how many trees you could have planted from the fruits you ate? You can start now by planting the seeds of the fruits and vegetables that you eat. Just dig a hole, put in the seeds, cover it with some soil, water it, and you have made the first step to make the world a better place. We need to show and encourage our children to start planting, and they will share with their friends, and they will be the planters we need for tomorrow. So let us work together and be the change we want to see. Spread the word, plant the seeds, as we make the world a better place for you, for me, and for the future generations to come. Thank you.
Well, this one is a bombshell.
Yeah.
I am like this. I'm a lover of plant, but if the plant affair help me too. And when I mean by that, helping me.
When you plant the plant, you get back the fruit.
That's what I like. I like fruit plants.
Of course, it might take more time.
Yeah, that's what I like. I don't just like some pretty flowers and all them things there around me. Now you have to be giving me. If I water you and feed you, you're not supposed to give me back something to man.
But in the case of a mango tree, how long will you have to wait? That's the thing.
That's it. And ackee tree too. You know, all
Yeah,
of them things.
true.
Even banana and the plant too. You have to wait a
And
good time.
they're quicker.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's
but
like
the office phone is ringing.
it's like growing a child, you know.
Yeah, true. It takes love and nourishment and patience and time. Like a friend said to me, but the tree I planted, nothing happened. I'm like, you have to take time. When you're born, you don't go into an adult, you take time. You have to crawl before you can walk, before you can run.
And that's why it is so true that patience is a virtue.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you have to have patience to wait on all of these things.
True, that is so true.
That's why sometimes it amazes me when a man say him going on a date and him go pick up a female and him have to sit down and wait till she get dressed. And I say, if you have that amount of patience to wait, why you can't wait another stuff? You know?
Exactly. True.
But I know why. I know why, you know. So Beverly, for all the youths them out there this morning, because there's a gentleman who's in the YouTube chat room by the name of Kennedy. He's a youth teacher, and youths around the world going to see this, going to hear this. What message would you have for them this morning?
I would like to say to the youths, everything don't come right when you want it. You have to take time and patience. And we have to understand the world is changing as we breathe and live every day. So try to find creative ways how you can contribute back to the universe. A plant, helping your elderly neighbor, going to the shop for somebody. Do volunteer work. Volunteerism is not as good as it was back in the day. Nobody wants to volunteer their time free anymore. They want to be paid. Not everything is a job. Some things you start by volunteering, and then it turns into something else. But you can't give with wanting to get something back. You have to give freely, give with an open heart. Be kind to each other. Share with each other. That's my word to use for today.
All right. I know you involved with women as well, because we can't leave out the women them. Because without them, we would have never be here, as my friend Sanami said.
So true.
And before the pandemic, you were selected to lead women
a group of women to go to New York to attend the women conference.
Okay.
Thanks for mentioning that. So we have women from over the country, and we had to get together. And it was a journey because it was the first time meeting some of the women. So we had to get together. We had to go to Belize, meet some of the leaders, explain our project, and see how they could assist and sponsor us. And Cynthia was the head of the delegation, so she walked me through it. So I'm like, certain things I'm like, you have a bit of a doubt. And she's like, no, we can't, let's go and talk with them. So we had to also get visa for some of us to go to America. So that was another process we had to go through. And I think the day we got the visa, the next day, they said, nope, conference is canceled. So I'm like, can't we still go? They're like, no, it's canceled. Whatever they had on, everything in New York was canceled. So we were getting women across the country together who did different community works in their area.
Okay.
And up to now, I think up to now, they're still not fully back the way they want to be. So we still can't go as yet. So we're starting to travel now due to COVID.
Yeah, COVID stop a lot of things, and COVID start a lot of things. So there's some good and there's some bad with COVID.
It's a blessing for some people.
Yeah. As my
but
friend,
like I say, every day we wake up, we have to give thanks and praise because we are on the wake up list.
give thanks and praise. And
that was the poem I shared last Friday.
Yeah. That hold on. It was you. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Courtney, I want you to help me out here, sir. Because you shared a poem last week, and I could swear I hear my co-host, one of my co-hosts said it was about a man, kindness of a man or whatever.
No. What happens when you don't wake up today? That was the poem I did last time.
Yeah. You have it? You still have it with you?
Yeah, I could share it.
All right, share it because I want to make sure before me fling what you call it, any corn or any stone in the pen. You know?
What happens when you don't wake up today? What happens when you don't wake up today? It means you're in adult realm without me. I have to go on without you. It means you won't be able to support, encourage, kiss, or hug me, or be there for me. It will be lonely and cold without your loving, kind, generous spirit. You will be missed as you live on in our hearts. It means you won't be able to walk, bathe, or feed the dogs, or enjoy their company anymore. It means I won't have your company at the table to eat with, hold your hand as we converse on religion, family, or world politics. It means your side of the plane, boat, chair, bed, car will be forever empty since you are no longer here. It means I won't have to nag you to remove your shoes from the hall, put your clothes properly in the basket, or pick up the wet towel from the floor. I miss your shoes right now. What happens when you don't wake up today? It means you won't have to clear the dishes off the table, wash the cups or the car, and I will have to do everything by myself. Help. It means you won't ever have to eat my burnt beans again, fix up my broken clothesline, scrub my back in the shower, or lotion my crusty feet. It means the grandkids will not have you playing ball with them, taking them to the park for ice cream, or tucking them into bed with your long, scary stories. It means you won't have to dress up for family dinners, listen to my country and western song, or ask, what's for dinner, honey, for the 100th time. It means you won't have to hold my hair when I am sick over the toilet, or peel the hot potatoes when I make the salad, or pin out the laundry when I wash your dirty drawers. What happens when you don't wake up today? It means your kids will not have you walking them down the aisle. You will not be here to play with your grandkids. It means your boss can blame you for another failed project because of his mistakes, or call you to come in for a last-minute double shift. It means you won't have to sing me to sleep at night, or climb the coconut tree, or make a midnight run to the store for my ice cream and cookie craving. It means you won't have to edit my poems or report, pick me up from this bus stop when I'm late, or harvest my garden. It means you won't have to bail me out of the police station for indecent language, or make up the guest bedroom for my sister and her kids to hide from her abusive husband again. What happens when you don't wake up today? It means I will have to learn how to balance a checkbook, file taxes, change a bulb and the tire by myself. Damn, why do you have to leave me? It means I will have to negotiate this phase of my life without you by my side, encouraging me like you always do. Gosh, this would be so hard without you standing right beside me. It means I will have to sell the house you built for us, because there are too many memories of us dancing, laughing, singing, cooking, and enjoying life. It means I have lost my soulmate, my bestest friend, my forever advisor and confidant, my chauffeur and pilot, my personal chef and beauty consultant, my lifelong partner. And I will have been another angel to guide and protect me forever in the spirit world. It means I will have to say one last thank you for all the love, laughter, advice, support, tears, encouragement you have given me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and you will always be in my heart, mind, and spirit forever and ever. Thank you.
If I may ask, was that about a loved one?
It was, but it was also about my friends' experiences, because I have different friends with different level of stories, and when I was thinking of them and my loss when I put that together.
Good, good, good. Well, it cleared that up for me. He cleared that one up for me. Well,
That
you
was
know
a
the
good
part
one.
when you bring in the grandchildren, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. I have two beautiful daughters, Samantha and Cassandra. I need
uh-huh.
to say a belated birthday greeting to Samantha. She celebrated her birthday on Friday.
Okay.
So I belated birthday to Samantha. Yeah, and Cassandra is in Belize.
Mm-hmm.
She was the one who did the video for me. I'm like, Cassie, I don't know. She said, Mom, that's easy. And it was like 5 minutes. I'm like, huh? She's
Uh-huh.
like, yeah, what does you want to do?
Yeah, man, technology at its best.
Yes, yeah, she can do that. Then my granddaughters, I have 7-year-old Jazara
Mm-hmm.
in the Bay. Hi, Jazz. And in Belize, we have Amani Mia and Imani Cassidy, 5-year-old twins.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm a grandmother of 3.
All right, that's good.
I need to also say shout out to Mr. Michael Pert in Bronxton in Jamaica. He's my taxi man there. And I told him, I say, I have to say hi to you when I do the show this morning.
All right, Michael, you here? You're all the way from Belize. I get big ups.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you put on the Jamaican touch, pana, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All
We were
right.
in Jamaica for 3 years for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
One in Ocho Rios, as I was stolen flavors. So every year we used to go for Christmas
Yeah,
in Ocho Rios.
that's that nice place, a place I would live to, Ochi.
My great grandfather came from Jamaica.
Yes. Also,
Yeah,
you have the touch
Davis.
in your touch. You have the touch in you then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's running in you then. No wonder why you love it.
Jamaica is beautiful. The climate and weather is just like Belize, only because you guys are an island and we are a mainland. We have the Caribbean Sea in front of us. So
Okay.
it's a sea or a reef
Yeah.
that you guys have, that we have here also.
I'll be there soon. When all of this pass, I'll be there. That's one of the first places I
Yeah,
want to
me
stop.
too.
Yeah.
I'd also like to do a shout out to Miss Margaret Reynolds. She's the person in charge of the Spoken Word 501 poetry group in Belize.
Mm-hmm.
And they are working on doing another book right now. Because that book last year we did, I think I shared it last time, in the name of love.
Yes, yes. Okay.
So the one we did last year.
Oh, yeah,
So we're
yes.
supposed to bring one this year. So 2 of my poems are in this book, and we need to do, COVID have everybody doing different things.
I mean,
And because she's a nurse,
COVID
her
bring out the
schedule is
poets,
kind
them,
of
man. COVID bring out the poets, them be down the ground, so now them surface.
exactly.
them
So 2 of my friends
surface.
I didn't even know, because I'm a person who like to share. I share everything.
Yes.
So once I get that information, I am sharing it. So
Good.
somebody was like, I didn't know this. I'm like, well, once I learn, I'm passing it on. So 2 of my friends were poets, and I'm like, I didn't know you were a poet. They're like, yay. But of course, they won't go in front of an audience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, but send the poem to me. I'll post it on Facebook so people can know what you're doing.
Okay.
So yeah, Facebook is a good platform to share articles.
Well, before I'm gonna make Courtney do the summary.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna drop a news. This is I'm going to drop it before Courtney do the summary. And this is the news. They have a saying, and there's a saying that when you have long last friend or friendship, you try to to keep it. And this was a brethren we went to school together, and one of the most fun memory that I have. I'm not gonna share it on the other year, but he sent a shout out to me this morning, and it was really amazing to know that Mario, we are in the same state, so we're going to link up and make it happen again. All right. So Courtney, do the summary for me now, please. Courtney.
Oh, sorry. My mic was on muted. So yeah. Okay, just want to thank you, Beverly, for being with us on the Real Stuff podcast. Today we spoke with you, and we see that you're an avid environmentalist, a woman, wearing many hats. You're into gardening. You're also a leader in a charitable organization that helps the needy and people who are less fortunate.
Yeah.
And surely, it was great having you. And how can we forget that you're also a poet? And I really love that poem that you did, talking about, a man who, a loved one who has been lost. Mm-hmm. And, the way you did it, some people may look at it that you are, a dependent feminine, but I'm looking at it from the angle that you're talking about a valuable man. Yeah. And surely, that poem is very interesting and intriguing. And surely we'd love to have you in our Poetry Corner exclusively. And the invitation is being extended out right now. So, we'll prepare in our next sessions of poems, when we get into our new season.
Okay.
And surely we shall have you back. Back to you, Frank.
Thank you.
All right, there you go, Beverly. I tell you, so you don't get the invitation, man.
Live and on air, you can't beat that, right?
Exactly. And make sure when you come in, you bring all your friends, them, I
already told them. Let's not get the details done because I told them I'm working because I'm retired. I can find time.
Yes. So it's time for us to get out of here. So I'm going to ask all of those people inside the YouTube chat room this morning. So please remember to subscribe, like, and share the video. And the object of this channel is to educate you and entertain you. And remember that the Real Stuff Podcast is your Caribbean podcast. All right? So live and love every moment of your life and be grateful for each new day. Cherish your family and friends and bless others. Keep the faith. Never lose hope. And remember, prayer changes things regardless of what religion you belong to. You must pray and continue to pray. So on behalf of the Real Stuff Podcasting team, Francine, Flavius, Courtney, Maxwanette, the birthday girl, and myself, have a joyful morning, afternoon, evening, depending on your time zone. And remember, we'll do it tomorrow all over again. I'm going to ask Queen Lubafo to take us out by saying Our Father in the Garifuna language. And Tafina will take on myself to take us out of here. Beverly, thanks again for coming. And
thank you.
You have a joyful day as well.
I will. Thanks, you to do too.
All right.
You lead us to full. You belong far away away. Ajuguala leva buseru. Lida mua, lida sungfula. Lida mua, lida sungfula.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do.
Unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
That's why me know I said me I think I flee. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi hide like a thief in the night. Me I fi get out outside.